and welcome back to AEC Today Reports January. Happy New Year, everyone. Can you believe 2024 is well on its way? January has just flown by. I don't know if you guys have experienced the same thing, but we're just so happy because the Lord is continuing to bless Allegheny East Conference. A lot of great things are happening, and we're anxious to share some of them with you today. We're going to talk to one of our departmental leaders. We're going to give you an update on Pine Forge Academy, and we're going to give you some of the upcoming events that we want to make sure that you're aware of. Coming up after this short break.
The Message Magazine campaign needs your support. No, that's the wrong message. The right message is that you need message. You need to send message to your friends. You need to send message to your family members. You need to send message to your co-workers. You need to send message to your boss. You need the message. We trust that you would send your subscription by going to messagemagazine.com, and they're filling out all the necessary information that you need so that you can send the message to your friends who you want to spend eternity with, who you have a concern about their soul salvation. You need the message. And more importantly, we trust that you would take a subscription for yourself to the Message Magazine. If it's not convenient for you to go to messagemagazine.com, you just fill out the necessary information and send it to Pacific Press. You just put your name, your address, your church, your conference, and send all those names who you have a sincere desire to know them, to have the Message Magazine. Send it to Pacific Press with a check. You can do it by check or money order, and send it to Pacific Press. And we trust that you will be rewarded. I know that you will be rewarded by sending the message with his articles that are relevant, with his articles that are for today, which are articles will meet your need. So you need the message, and we trust that as you are in this Message Magazine campaign, that you'll do all that you can to share the message with those who you love. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Hello, and welcome back to AEC Today Reports. We are so happy because this year we're introducing a new segment to the lineup, and it's a departmental highlight. So each month we're going to highlight one of the departments within our conference so you can have a better understanding of what the department does, how it can resource you out there as our constituents. And we're so happy that the first person up for our Departmental Spotlight is our own Dr. Anthony Medley. Thank you for being here. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm glad you're starting with health.
That's right.
That says a whole lot. So it's a good place to start.
Very intentional, very intentional. Now, I refer to you as Dr. Medley, and I know you've shared with us that you want to make sure people understand what that doctor means. So tell us a little bit about yourself, first of all, and also what qualifies you to be our health leader.
That's a good question. I want to know that also. So first of all, I'm Anthony Medley. I'm a pastor by profession. My heart is in pastoral ministry. My heart is also in holistic health for our people, for our churches, and our communities. Okay. That title doctor is legitimate. I do have an earned doctorate degree, doctorate of ministry degree from Andrews University. And the reason why I prefer not to be called doctor, you can call me pastor, you can call me Anthony, you can call me Tony. Right. The title doctor gives the implication that that is a clinical side to what I do. And some of our members, the moment you say Dr. Medley, as Health Ministries Director, I have had individuals to start asking me clinical questions about their own health issues. Okay. And I always refer them to their healthcare professionals. So to avoid confusion, it's easier, hey, just call me Pastor, call me Anthony, call me Tony. I'm the Health Ministries Director for the conference. What qualifies me to do this? That's a great question. Well, fortunately, we have such broad understanding of what health means, especially for Adventists. Right. Health is wholeness, and wholeness is multidimensional. At its core, it is the proclamation of the gospel and the healing for humanity. Ellen White says, together they represent what the message is and what the health message is. Unfortunately, we live in a society that likes to separate spirituality and healing. But scripture and the spirit of prophecy does just the opposite. It brings them together. Right. So it sees the two working in tandem, working together for humanity. So I wonder what qualifies me also, other than my passion for
Yes, you
holistic
do.
health,
Okay.
that I believe in holistic health. I believe in collaborating with our health professionals, and I have done that. I have done that successfully moving forward. My doctorate degree, what is interesting, it dealt with really the holistic health of high school students.
Okay.
So I use it as a model to show that you can bring the physical, the spiritual, the emotional, the social together for the well-being of students. It is out of that platform that my love for health ministries continue to grow. I
Okay.
believe in being a personal practitioner of what I believe in and preach.
Mm-hmm.
I also believe in collaboration, and I believe that God expects us to live holistic, healthy lives. And I'd like to model that and inspire and encourage everyone in the Allegheny East Conference to be that conduit and to understand that when God made us, God expects us to live holistically and healthy. And I want to help others to accomplish that.
Love that. Love that. Now, we know that when people hear about departments, people tend to have their own expectation of what it is we do in our various capacities.
Mhm.
So I wanted you to kind of clarify for our listeners, what is your role for the conference in health ministries? What do you do for them? What can they ask? Because sometimes they ask us for things that we have to share that's not in the scope of what we
Sure,
do. So
sure.
can you just clarify for our audience, when we contact you, what are those things that we should be reaching out to you for?
That's a great question. First of all, health ministries is holistic. I think one of the constraints that we have, not only in our conference, but in our churches,
Mhm.
is that our inability to collaborate.
Mm.
That if we're talking about reaching the whole person, then it means that there are various departments that should collaborate together for
Mhm.
the whole person. So I'm huge in collaboration, like I know you are.
Yes.
So for me, health ministries should be a minimum, a collaboration between the areas of family life issues, of
Okay.
youth issues that come together, stewardship. There's so many things, and community services.
Okay.
Because when you contact my office and you're looking for resources or you're looking for information, my question really is this a holistic request?
Mm.
Or unfortunately, sometimes it's just we have an event and we want resources to accomplish an event.
Mm.
Well, I'm trying to move our people away from being event oriented
Okay.
to being more transformative oriented for community. So that requires relationships.
Right.
That requires a different level of collaboration to have sustainable holistic health programs that have continuity throughout the year. And that's a different approach. So when you contact me, my goal is to help you to get clarity on what is it that you're really trying to accomplish for the health and well-being of your congregation and your communities. And then I'll know how I can better resource you to
Right.
make those things happen
Okay.
and to guide with you in that direction.
So do you speak for health days and things like that?
Absolutely, absolutely. I speak for health days. I do
Okay.
seminars on
Okay.
health and some of the initiatives that I have for the conference. I also teach programs. Part of what I bring to health ministries as a practitioner, I also like to empower women and girls through self-protection
Very
programs
good.
that exist because it's holistic.
Mhm.
So I do a number of those initiatives also. But I like to inspire, I like to inform, I like to educate people, I like
Mhm.
to help them to use the principles that are available to us, a corrective on how to use Ellen White's writings and information in
Okay.
health. It's an area that I'm passionate about.
Okay.
A corrective on making sure that we have the right hermeneutical principles for interpreting scriptures in health and spirit of
Mhm.
prophecy in health, and then education with that also. So yes, I do those things.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Just wanted to let the people know.
Yeah.
Now, one of the questions that I'm sure you've gotten a lot, and even I get sometimes, and that is about fit for you. Dun, dun, dun. No. So everyone wants to know, will Fit for You make a return? Is that part of the plan you have for this department?
Thank you for that question. And I get that question also. Fit for You has been a phenomenal resource in ministry through health ministries in the Allegheny East Conference.
Mhm.
And it has completed its term of service.
Okay.
It's interesting that even good programs should have a starting date and an ending date.
That's true.
We should be able to critique, evaluate what worked, what didn't work, and what can we do to improve programs moving forward.
Yeah.
One of the burdens I have for our conference is that as great as Fit for You has been, there are so many people that need the resources of Fit for You who never get the opportunity to come
Right.
to a Pine Forge for a summer program.
Right.
When you think about the people who have been reached, think about the hundreds and thousands who've never heard about it, who don't have the opportunity to come here.
Mm.
So I kind of want to decentralize Fit for You
Okay.
and really challenge our 6 areas in the conferences to really let's localize Fit for You to exist in our 6 territories. And let's come up with innovative ways to establish these holistic programs that are more than just an event. But again, they have sustainability. More than just once a year, they could be once a quarter, once a month.
Okay.
And the people who are impacted by it in those locations have a place they can get to for support, for continual assessment and growth throughout the year. That's what we're talking about, transformation.
Okay.
So I don't want it just to be a 2-week event. I want
gotcha.
it to be a lifestyle change that takes place in community as opposed to just here at Pine Forge. So I hope
I
folk
got it.
understand
Yeah.
it's really redefining how we do it
Yeah.
to maximize what we have to offer people to make sure that more people can get it throughout the Alleghenies Conference.
We received that. We received that. Great. Now, you mentioned a little earlier about some initiatives that you have
Yes.
going on, and I know you're excited to share. So, give us a scoop. Or what are some of the initiatives you're rolling out?
I am ecstatic about the initiatives that God has been downloading in me for us for the Alleghenies Conference.
Okay.
One of them is really, the burden I've had in pastoral ministry over the years and working in our communities and doing a lot in community is that how do we take our God-given holistic health message and make it applicable for Black and brown communities? What is it about our messaging that doesn't really get to the core where our people are? We have some initiatives that have worked. We think about in the Adventist Church, we have New Start that has been a great program. And I love Creation and Creation Health. I've used them repeatedly, very successfully for what they are and how they have worked.
Right.
But when I look at them, they really speak more to a certain class and type of person in the Adventist Church. There's almost an educational level, there's a resource level, there's a social economic level that those programs attract in our church.
Right.
But when you look at where most of our people are and the things that they're going through, I feel as though I was talking to God about this. Lord, what's another initiative that we can create that speaks to our communities? How do we take this great message that God has given to our church and package it in a way that really reaches the least of these? So God has given me a new initiative that is the acronym and is built upon the word deliverance.
Deliverance.
And deliverance is on the podcast already and it's on the website. So when you unpack that, the intention is really to go after urban, inner city, Black and brown communities with a whole new initiative, not only for their individual health, but there are also social activism activities a part of that. Because transforming communities is a part of what we're called to do. So that's a major initiative that is taking place and I'm excited about. There are 2 others. And the second one is the Shepherd's Fitness Plan.
Okay.
Our colleagues, pastors and teachers and administrators, they're under so much stress, so much pressure, so many issues impact them. And so the Shepherd's Fitness Plan is a holistic health that just looks at our leaders, that comes up with a plan to intentionally encourage, support our leaders, our pastors, our teachers, our administrators to pay attention to their health. And finally, there is a large comprehensive plan that I call really Walking Without Cane. It really tackles the type 2 diabetes that is a pandemic in our country and around the world.
Right.
And address all the other comorbidities and health issues that are associated with that. That's where we need our clinicians to step in and to do a lot in terms of resourcing and helping us to address type 2 diabetes, and all the other systemic comorbidities that go with that. Those are the three very large initiatives
Yeah,
coming from the
great
Health
ones.
Ministry Department for our Alleghenies
We're
Conference.
excited about all of them. And you mentioned the podcast. So the podcast is coming out this month. It'll be a
Yes.
monthly podcast. You'll find out more about that. It's supposed to air, I think we said the last Tuesday of
I
the
think, yes, which may be the last day of this month.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
So
yes.
look out for more details regarding
Sure.
that. But also, you have this desire to connect with the health leaders in the local churches on a regular basis as well. So tell us about that.
Absolutely. See, the strength of the Health Ministries Department really are the health ministries leaders that are in our local churches. That's where the rubber
Mhm.
meets the road.
Yeah.
They are the ones who make the difference. So I'm desperately trying to connect with all of them on a monthly basis.
Okay.
We're starting a Zoom meeting that will take place the last Monday of this month, the
Mhm.
29th of this month, 28th, 20, whatever the date is the last
April 3rd.
Monday
Yeah.
of this month. But the goal is to have that monthly conversation with our health ministries leaders in the local churches to find out what they're doing, how we can support them, what are some initiatives that we can collaborate with them
Right.
on, how they can collaborate
Mhm.
together. Churches can come together to do initiatives in their community. So that's the group, that's the engine that will drive the health ministry department for our group. And eventually we will have an advisory committee
Yeah.
that will come out of that would also give some structure and guidance to the initiatives that I'm working on. And that
Okay.
comes from them also. So
Okay.
those are the individuals. If you said yes to being a health ministries director for your
Mhm.
local church, you are not alone.
That's
I
right.
want you to know I'm here for you. We're here together. And the more we can meet and collaborate together, I think we can strengthen one another and
Mhm.
help to move health forward in the Alleghenies
Right.
Conference.
And if you are a health leader, you can sign up on our website, visit aec.org/health. It's also in our newsletter. If you're officially on the record as the health leader, you'll get an email with an invite as well. But make sure you're there
Yes.
because you definitely don't want to miss that engagement. So we talked a lot about all these great initiatives and the things that you have to offer. If people want to reach out to you, how do they do that?
Well, for now, you just got to go to the website, the Allegheny East website, and or email me
Mhm.
directly. I don't have an administrative assistant for you to call, so if you email me and reach out, it's kind of a slow movement. So be patient. Be patient
some
with me.
time.
Give it some time. But I do want to hear from you.
Right.
I desperately want to hear from you. I want to come to your churches, your communities. In order to come to your church, of course, I would need an official invite from your pastor.
Right. That's the protocol.
That's how that works. But I'm available. I'm willing to come. I'm willing to give support and time to you. And your pastors probably know how to reach me, maybe a little easier than you do. But reach out to me. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk.
Awesome,
moving
awesome.
forward.
Well, thank you, Dr. Medley. Pastor Medley, for sharing with us. I hope you guys learned a little bit more about our health department and what it has to offer. And we hope that you will take advantage of all of the initiatives and things that are coming out from the department. Thanks for being here and thanks for your leadership.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, Latasha, for starting with health. Putting that at the top of everything that we do in Allegheny East Conference. It is that important for all of us. And I pray that what we have started will transform our entire conference. I'm so excited about what God is going to do through health ministries at our conference. Thank you very much.
Me too. All right. And we will be right back after this short break.
Our world is fast-paced. Impressions, appeals, images. The average person is taking in 250 bits of information every second. Of course, the brain wants to shut it all down, and you put up resistance. And definitely don't hand me anything, okay? It's too much. So now, where does that leave you? Where does that leave you trying to give love to this world? How are you supposed to share love? How are you supposed to make sure that you are the hands and feet of Jesus? Do you have time for relationship building? Where's the exchange of ideas? How are you supposed to connect with people who are so different from you in this fast-paced environment? Yeah, it seems it's hard out here. And it feels like you're gonna need a superpower to break through all this resistance and clutter. And so what we have done at Message is to make sure that we are available where the people are. on your mobile device, online on your website, through videos, through social media, and our digital magazine. Hopefully, we can break through the clutter. Because if Facebook has 10,000 levers, they say, to be able to access the innermost desires of the average user, all it takes is one person, one friend like you and me, powered by the Holy Spirit, to reach and touch that heart that is hurting. That's all it takes. So yes, message is our superpower. The message is our superpower. It allows you to lean in silently, anonymously, seamlessly. Move alongside your friends, your family, your neighbors, until such time as the Holy Spirit powers you to give that message for transformation.
And welcome back to AEC Today Reports. One of the most exciting things that has happened throughout our conference in 2024 is our students of Pine Forge Academy were finally able to move into their new dormitories. This happened on the weekend of the 15th. Of course, they were so excited to move from the cabins where they resided during first semester to finally being able to move into their newly renovated doors. Now, some of you who've been following this project, you know how much we've been anticipating this moment. So we were really excited for them. We were there on the scene. Of course, a lot was going on. People were moving here, moving there, but we did have an opportunity to speak to some of the students and catch up with some of the deans as well. Check that out.
First, we're grateful that we are now able to move into the residence hall. We had a few months in the cabins and it was a good experience. The students learned a lot, but I think that this will now allow them to appreciate life in the residence hall, and I'm hoping that it will transfer. I got to give a shout out to the young men of Handy Hall because they certainly came through. They carried the refrigerators, they carried the trunks. The young ladies had their suitcases, and it looked like the flight from Egypt, but it was beautiful. And so we just, we're thankful, we're appreciative, and we're looking forward to a wonderful semester.
Since freshman year, you know, I was like, we heard about renovations, and now we finally get to see it. I'm just so happy it happened before we graduated.
Yes, ma'am.
And just to the little small things like going into a fresh new bathroom, not being scared to touch the walls. Oh my gosh! Oh my gracious! The new rooms, the new beds, the new drawers. Everything, it's just, even the little things we're thought of, it's just, you can see the intentionality, and we're just so grateful for it.
And then the sink, I like how it's deep, so because when I wash my face, it would always splash on the thing. But now this is like the way that it's designed, I never have to dry off the sides. Love the open space.
Yes.
The open space is my favorite part. Because now, I walk on my floor without shoes.
Whoa.
I walk on my floor without shoes.
It's great to be back. I mean, I'm excited for like the rec room. The rec room looks fire. The rec room is new, the bathrooms is new, rooms is new. I get my own room this year too. I think my favorite part though is just, if I were to think about it, it would have to be just the rooms in and of themselves. Just the mirrors, the lighting, the temperatures, just everything in the room is fire.
It's way better than last year. It's cleaner. Oh, that the bathroom's insane. I'm like the bathroom. That's the best part. That's the best part. The bathroom. The little hallway. We got showers. Last year the showers. We're not even gonna talk about it. So, yeah.
I'm not ready for this. Please come in. Let me give you the grand tour. This is the living room. That's it. I ain't got nothing else.
Wasn't that awesome? We're still so excited for them. Now, many of you may know that this project started as soon as the school year, 2022-23 school year ended. They were in the dorms, starting with Handy Hall, getting to work right away. I mean, they had so much that they wanted to do. And of course, we were in there looking at some of it, and we'll share that with you a little later. But when you think about all the things they did, like new flooring throughout, new paint, dealing with the electrical system, and I think one of the major things was the bathroom overhauls. I mean, like seeing the bathrooms, how they were transformed was to me one of the biggest highlights. But even in the boys' dorm, having the new barbershop that's now been positioned at the front of the dorm with equipment and everything that they need to get fresh haircuts, to get braids. It was just amazing to see. Also, the furniture, the new furniture throughout was also a big blessing for the dorms. It's for some of you who are alumni, you've been commenting how you waited to see the dorms transformed in this way. And so finally, that opportunity is here. We're really excited. Now, of course, there's still some more work that needs to be done in Kimbrough Hall, but we're definitely happy with phase 1, and we look forward to how the Lord is going to bless this project. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't know what it used to look like or what it looks like now, here's a quick little synopsis of kind of where we started in the renovation and where we ended. As you guys can see, the Lord is good. Look how he has blessed our academy. And I say our academy because the academy belongs to all of us. And as you can imagine, a project like this costs millions of dollars. And so we want to say thank you to all of you who've already donated to this project. And we want to encourage those who may want to continue to donate to do so. If that's you, you can go to pineforgeacademy.org/donate and make your tax-deductible donation now. It is so appreciated. And you can see the fruit of your labor as you watch how happy the students were to move into their new dorms. So thank you for your continued support of Pine Forge Academy. We'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back to AEC Today Reports. Just wanted to give you a few announcements before we end. We have a lot of things coming up this weekend and in the coming weeks, and I wanted to make sure you are aware of them. One is our Refresh communication series. This year, our theme is Refresh. We want to make sure that we are retooling and re-energizing all of our communication and media teams and the things that we're using. So we're having monthly webinars. The next one is coming up on February the 4th. That's a Sunday at 12 p.m. This topic is refresh your website. How many of you have outdated church websites and need a refresh? This is the webinar for you. You can sign up for that by going to our communication page on our website and make sure you're there on Sunday on the 4th. Also happening on the 4th, a treasurer's training is happening. If you are part of your local treasury team, this is a training for you. You can sign up on our website as well on the Treasury page. So visit aec.org/treasury. You don't want to miss this important training, and there'll be more coming up throughout the year. Also, we talked to Dr. Medley earlier. We know that there's a new podcast coming out next week. Stay tuned for more details about how you can tune in there. Of course, it will be on our YouTube and our Facebook, so you don't want to miss that coming up next week. And also, we have something very special coming up. Well, it's happening monthly with our stewardship and our philanthropy department. We have Sharon Pruitt, who is doing a monthly webinar. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss it. So if you haven't already, sign up for that so that you can continue to be informed about the things that you need to know, okay? And for everything else, just go to our website, visit aec.org. If you're not following us on our social media platforms, please do so. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, and also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow us on Facebook. Well, thank you for watching AEC Today Reports. We hope you enjoyed all of the information that was shared. We look forward to sharing with you again the last Thursday in February. If you have something you think should be on our AEC Today Reports, please reach out to me, L. Hewitt at aecsda.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next month.